Hello, welcome to SRK Grid Live with Diego, Luke, Sam. We're SSC Promotions. Hello, it's a Friday night, so I imagine most people will be watching on Watchback tomorrow. So don't forget to give the stream a like because that helps us out when it gets promoted that way. And we are going to be doing the draws for this weekend's event at Red Lodge. So we're going to do the junior draw. We're going to look ahead to the event. We're going to talk a little bit about the endurance, which is in the afternoon. And you're going to try and understand what I'm saying because I don't know how to use this mic. It doesn't even do anything. Like, look at this. It's useless as usual. But sometimes it works. Look, watch again. You can still hear me, can't you? It's the same.
We can hear all the sirens coming to pick you up.
You hear everything.
Well, okay. Someone else talk about Red Lodge then. I don't know. Sam, you talk about Red Lodge.
I have never been, so yeah, no idea. It looks fun, looks smooth. No idea on what the lap times are. I think it's 45 seconds. I think I might be completely wrong. But we've got a track guide that we're going to go through, so we're having a quick look at the flying lap. And there's a video I've managed to find of the wet conditions. So don't know how wet the video is, but we'll go through that as well because it's predicting some rain on Sunday, I think.
It's going to put our new balance and performance rules to the check, to the test. So we'll talk through that in a bit as well. Okay, cool. All right, I guess we'll just jump straight into the junior draw then. Again, I live next to Park Street in Bristol, so you got all sorts of idiots driving their cars up and down, and sirens and seagulls and all sorts of things. But you'll have to ignore that. Okay, so if you are, let me just get my cursor over there. If you want to follow the grid draw, you can jump on Race Hub, and I put the link in the description there on YouTube. And we're going to try and stream it as well, so it's just a little bit hard to see on the stream. So let me bring up Race Hub. Here we go over here. Oh, my screen's broken. That's the good start. There we go. Let's try this instead. Rightio. There we go.
Yeah.
This is what you can see on Race Hub anyway. So we're going to draw the juniors first in reverse entry list order. So Luke is the charge of the balls. Ball master, have you got your balls ready?
I do, yes.
Show us the balls.
No, that'd be cheating.
I'll show you the box.
They're in a box.
Okay. All right. Very high tech. Okay. Next year we'll get like a tombola or something. That'd be good.
Yeah, bingo ball.
Yeah. Okay.
Element of us,
we might as well start with me. So I'm going to jump straight into it. First driver we're going to draw for is Josh Hall. He is for a team called Apex. They have joined the Enduro as well. I believe it's a local entry. Let's see where Josh Hall starts.
Got number 12.
So we are drawing the starting positions. I guess we've gone back to... are we doing vertical or horizontal for this round, Duke? Like
Horizontal. Yeah.
Horizontal. Is that what we were supposed to do last time?
So only numbers 1 to 6 will get a pole position.
Oh, okay, fair enough. But the idea with these grid draws is that you have one near the front, one in the middle, one near the back. And there's going to be a few empty slots as well. We'll talk about it in a minute. Right, who's next? When you're ready, Sam.
That's all right. Phoebe's just watching a program in the background. It's not very appropriate, so just trying to tell her to skip it.
Great.
Thank you.
We're going to get banned from YouTube.
We are going to get banned. Yeah. Right. Next up, we have Adam White from SRK Rookies, who I don't believe has raced with us as well. Same as Josh Hall and their teammates. Am I right in understanding?
Actually, it was a late entry, so any late entries we tend to put on the Rookies team.
Cool. Yeah. Welcome to SRK.
Number 16.
Okay. Next, we have got Joe Radford, who has done a couple of rounds with us this year from Vitici Racing, best of 17th so far. With only 23 drivers racing this weekend, you can probably improve on that.
We got number 2.
Oh, that's good, isn't it? Means he'll start on the front row.
Or is it?
Yeah, I don't know. Who's next?
Next up, we have Finley Williams from Hall Pass Racing.
We have number 5.
Pole for Finn.
So next coming up is Sam Oatley for Vitici Racing. And his best so far is... Oh, that's not the first time I've done that. Sorry, Sam. Callum Oatley. And his best so far this season is 12th, but he wants to get a top 10. So now's your chance.
Got number 13.
Ooh, unlucky number. I don't want that.
Why?
Don't know. Just unlucky, right?
I think they're all unlucky.
Ricky in the comments says it's first time taking part in the series, never been to the track either, coming with a friend for the endurance. So welcome to SRK, Ricky.
Welcome.
After Callum Oatley, then we have Finley Bennett from Herefordshire Raceway team, and best finish this season of 17th.
We got number 20.
And coming up next is Hassan Latif for Swift Cooper. He has got a best of 12th so far. Improve on that.
We got number 8.
After that, we have Aaron Bell from Team 22 Racing, highest finished of 11th, so just ahead of Hassan Latif by 1 place.
I wonder if this is Aaron's longest trip. No, because Buckmore will be further, won't it? Remember, he's coming from Kilmarnock.
I don't even know where that is. Where is that?
Scotland.
Yeah.
He's coming from Scotland.
Where's Scotland?
And we got number 11.
I was supposed to go to Scotland last month, and whilst I was at the airport, my flight got cancelled. Yeah,
that was on purpose. They don't want you to come to
don't want me in Scotland.
Uh-huh.
That's one way to do it.
All right, Lewis flew for Hall Pass Academy. His best so far is 10th. I think that was a Formula Fast.
We got number 21.
After that, every single name we're going to call out now is finished inside the top 10 throughout this season. And we have Sam Gaskell from Bertici Racing Junior.
And we got number 3.
That's half the pole positions gone.
Yeah.
And we're halfway through the grid. The system works.
Hooray. Well, we're not halfway, but never mind. Okay, Jack Gillard from Stallone Campione Racing. He has got 7th place so far. He's on the up the last few races.
And we got number 14.
After that, we have Aaron Bull from Stallone Campione Racing as well. Highest finish of a 9th.
And we got number 9.
Hey, look at that.
Jake Holly from Swift Cooper, who still after his first podium this year. Did manage one last season, but only 5th best this year so far.
And we got number 4.
2 poles left.
After that, we have Seth Redmond from Hall Pass Racing, who has come even closer, actually. He's at a best finish of 4th.
And we got number 15.
Tom Hughes from Bertici Racing. He took a round off, I think, last time. Was actually leading the championship for a bit, but just due to the drop rounds, he's now in... What position is he in? 10th place?
That's he's had a best finish of 2nd as well.
Yeah.
And we got number 17.
Okay, after Thomas Hughes, we have Harrison Grevenor, who's from Shrekkers or Wreckers. Highest finish of 2nd as well.
And we have number 18.
Jacob Eckwheel from BSR Junior, one of only 2 BSR Junior drivers this round, just because we've got a few that are under 14.
And we have number 19.
We got 4 drivers left. No, we got 6 drivers left. Okay.
Yes. Yeah. Next up, we have Max Reed from Stallone Campione Racing. Best finish of a 4th, so very close to podium as well.
And we got number 23.
Bertie Thomas from Swift Cooper. He has so far best of 5th place this season, but he did win last round last season.
And we got number 1.
Hey, there we go. You need to mute your TV, Sam. You're annoying.
Could have told me this before the stream.
Well, because I turned up 2 minutes before the start because I was eating.
Yeah,
And then I slammed down an extra hot Nando's and now I'm in great distress.
Well, I have a program which can mute everything. So feel free to do the next person.
Right, while we're doing that, let's draw for Henry Barrington. He is won 2 races this year, but he's only 5th place in the championship. Isn't that ridiculous?
And we've got number 22 on the ball.
Ooh, very exciting. Number 22.
I look like a 242 to me.
Yeah,
That's where he's finished. Yeah.
that's the ball that we had to change.
Oh, yeah, right.
And who was that? Was that Henry Barrington? So how's the TV noise now? Can you hear it?
No.
No,
I can hear
good.
some seagulls.
Oh, I can hear lots of seagulls. So, I mean, I was
need
going to
that
stay
program.
quiet about that, but
This is my life. I'm used to it.
he gets it at work. He gets into a war with seagulls at work.
I do actually.
So-
Yeah.
Next up is Johnny Frankham from Shrekkers or Wreckers. Best finish of 2nd.
And we got number 10.
2 more
wondering-
drivers to go.
Is the number 6 pole position going to be taken, or is it going to be left?
No, it has to be taken. Has to be taken. The way that
Well,
it is.
it might not, though.
It will be.
Well, if Luke has done it wrong, then we won't be. But
Well, then everyone will move up one and Hull. Is it Hull?
we'll just cancel the stream if he's done it wrong. We'll just pretend it never happened. Okay, 2 drivers left. James Burgess, who is our champion from last season, and he is the one to watch now because we're coming to the larger tracks, and he races an NKC. So I think he is not out of the championship yet.
And we have number 6.
Hey.
That's a good position. I reckon
Luke
he's a
definitely
lot.
fished for that in the box, didn't
Yeah. Who have we got left?
he? Last one on the list is Alexander McCutcheon. So currently leading the championship and has had 1 win this year.
And it is number 7.
Good. So Luke did it right, and we don't have to cancel the stream.
Cool.
So there we go. That is the junior draw. And let me just explain these black numbers that are left. We can go up to 30 on this event. We're going to be quite lenient with late entries in this one, just because the numbers are actually quite low for this round. I think it's just due to, number 1, a few people are away in just for holidays. Number 2, minimum age is 14 for this. And number 3, it's quite far away for us. So anyone that's local that wants to join is fair to. In order of joining, we'll assign 24, 25, 26. So they're not going to end up jumping anyone on here unless they don't take the positions, in which case we'll just squeeze everybody up. All make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Nice one. Right, okay, so that is the junior draw. And now we're going to look ahead to the enduro draw. And this one should be quite exciting because we've got a full grid again. And we got 16.
It's worked out perfectly this time because no one's going to get an auto promotion to round 2. So everybody has to fight. This is what we wanted, isn't it?
No buys. So thanks to everybody who managed to pair up and that sort of thing in the last week or so. Because it's really good to have a full grid. I think it's probably worth, first of all, just quickly looking at the enduro rules because we need to talk about a couple of things on that, don't we? So if I can bring
Should
that
have a look
up
at
very
do the track map as well before.
Yeah, okay.
video.
Let's do track video first because I've never seen this circuit before, so this will be the first time I've seen it. And Sam's going to bring up a video, and the way this works is he finds a place in the video that's the worst possible place to start a video, and then he goes red for a while, and then we berate him. And then...
Well, actually, I'm just going to pick 2 videos and I'm going to hit play. I've not even watched them, so
Yeah, exactly.
what could possibly go wrong?
The same thing that goes wrong every time.
Every
Probably.
time. Yeah, that's fine. And yet you still let me do this. Right. Let me share my screen.
We're not going to go on
We'll
for too
see.
long with this, guys. If you do need to shoot off, then come back in 5 minutes. It's all good.
Oh yeah, if you
There we
want to
go.
drag it in, can everybody see?
Yeah.
I guess hopefully the audio works, but if not, then
Don't do
never
it
mind.
too loud. But yeah, okay.
No,
go on.
that's all right. So this is the Red Lodge Karting's official video. So if it's terrible, then that's not my fault. All right, here we go. Just gonna let it play because I can't talk you through it.
Yeah, you got to talk us through as you go. Come on, what are you going to do?
Okay, so here's your start line. I have no idea where I'm going. We're going left. Oh, a little bit of curb. Staying in the middle. Massive understeer. And I'm just going to watch now because I have no idea where we're going. It seems like quite a medium-sized track, I think. It's quite nice that they've got the brake and the throttle at the top left, actually. So this might be a very good video to watch to learn the braking zones.
We got some good music for this as well because we can still
do.
hear your TV. It's cool.
I think it's music on the video, actually. But
Oh, is it? Oh, okay. I don't know. This looks like quite a wide sweeping track, I think.
I imagine if you lose a bit of momentum on this track, it's going to punish you quite greatly because the turns seem very long.
Reminds me a lot of Bayford Meadows from what I've seen so far.
Yeah. So we're
Let's
about
try
a minute long circuit, and curbing seems to be okay because the track itself have advertised it.
Oh, is that right? Oh, yeah, of course, yeah.
And there we go.
All right,
So
well done.
we'll
You won.
flip over to this is as it's not over yet. We got the wet lines to do.
Oh, so we think it's probably going to rain this weekend, don't we?
We do, yeah. Let's have a look at this random video that I found. I've not yet watched. And Max Spencer, you have been invited onto the stream. Let's,
Is it a rental car or is it?
It's a rental
it's
car.
a rental
Yeah,
car.
rental car.
Cool.
And it is, when was the video made? 2 years ago, so fairly relevant. But there we go. This is, I don't know how wet or how damp, but. Oh, that was loud.
Okay.
He's skirting to the outside a little bit, isn't he? But
whoops.
I mean, we have no idea if this is
Yeah.
the correct wet line or not.
I don't know. Help us, Max Spencer. Maybe he got taken out. Surely you just go to the edge of the circuit.
I mean, yeah, generally speaking, you avoid the racing line so you don't skirt on the rubber that's laid down on the track.
That's wide, though, isn't it?
It does seem to be gripping quite well on the wet, I will say. It doesn't seem to be losing too much.
Come on, Max. Don't let that guy get
You say that as he gets overtaken.
Oh, look at that.
He's going off.
Oh, that was close.
Good save. Whoops. Okay.
Oy, there
Oh.
He
Did
lost
we have a wet
lot of
round
time.
this year so far for juniors?
Yeah, well, for juniors at Coombe, we had a wet round.
Oh, yeah, right.
But we haven't had one for the adults yet.
And Coombe, you can basically walk the track faster than in the wet, can't you? There we go. One on the inside, one on the outside.
Aim for the edge of the track, I think, when I'm learning this.
Oh,
bye-bye. That's gonna be
live footage of Diego.
That's exactly
He got another one. Oh yeah, so I would say that
cool.
perhaps don't do that. But I don't know if there's any other footage of the wet line. So that, my friends, is all we have.
Okay, cool. Well, Red Lodge, everyone. Well done. We'll know more about it when we're there, I guess. I don't know. All right.
Yeah. No, I did search for more videos, and I think that was generally in the wet. The only other ones I could find were owner kart racing. So wasn't much to go on.
Okay. Well, let's look at the enduro rules quickly. All right. So, is there anything we need to talk about in particular? Let me just go through this, and then we can jump in and out if we need to. So, round 2 of the 4-round championship. Thruxton and can you see that, by the way? Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Thruxton and Rye House coming up after that. We are doing match qualifying, which I'll explain in a sec. 100-minute race as normal, and solo entry.
Oh,
he's
been
available now for us.
He's died.
So we made a. Am I back?
Yes,
the seagulls got me, guys. I'm sorry. All right, I'm back. I was probably okay. Let's go on to the balance of performance because that's what we were talking about this week. So the big question we had was, what do we do if it rains with the balance of performance? Because at the moment we have got a team weight limit that is based on 4 drivers of 320 kilos, and if it was 4 drivers, it's simple. You just all add together, and however far you are off that, it's 0.5 seconds per kilo added to your first pit stop.
0.75.
Yeah, that's what it was in round 1, which was not enough, I think, was the general consensus. So it's been increased to 0.75 now.
Now, the discussion we had was that when it rains, it's better to be heavier. Is that right?
Yeah. More grip, more downforce.
So we're going to go with... Yeah, right. We're going to go with 0.4 seconds per kilo if it's adjudged to be a wet race. Now, that is any time before the race start. So it's not going to change at all. It's just like in... I guess, did I say it happens in MotoGP and Superbikes? I'm not sure what the rule is in that, but we're going to call it as a wet race, basically. Luke, do you know more about this? Go on.
Yeah, so basically, if we classify it as a wet race, the penalties for the wait will be 0.4 seconds. If it starts to dry up during the race, that's unlucky. If it stays wet the whole race, that's just kind of the way it goes. We can't predict the weather 100%. We just got to try and make that call at the start of the race, whether it's wet or not, and go from there.
I mean, the difficulty really is the fact that everyone's doing their pit stops at that select window at the start of the race. So if it dries up, we cannot actually revert the penalty when people have already served it. So it's called at the start, and that is it.
Yeah, don't forget that penalty, the weight penalty, I should say, is only at pit stop 1 anyway, which has to be, during the first 20 to 30 minutes. So we're talking about a 30-minute window here. So, yeah, we don't want to mess around with it too much just because we don't want to change the penalties as the race goes on. The other thing that was updated from Herefordshire was it's 4 seconds per SRK1 driver now. So it was 2 seconds, I think, and now it's 4, just because it was generally considered that wasn't enough. This doubled, tripled as appropriate. I'll explain that quickly. If it's a team of 2, your lightest driver weight will get doubled or tripled, I should say. If you're an SRK1 driver in a team of 2, you're going to have 2 SRK1 kind of shadows, if that makes sense. If you're a team of 3, it will just be the 1 additional shadow. So I'll fill that all out on the race hub sheet as we're weighing everybody at the start of the event. So you'll just basically see a time penalty that you'll be serving. And we're going to be pitboarding teams in, I think we said reverse. Did we say reverse qualifying order or just
Reverse
normal
qualifying order?
Reverse qualifying order, yeah. So at 20 minutes, we'll pitboard last place on the grid, and we'll just keep on doing that until we've had everybody in. That's the first pit stop out of the way, and then we step back, and pit stops 2 and 3 are up to you guys. So all you got to do is just hit that minimum drive time of 20 minutes per team member, basically.
And the minimum pit stops.
Minimum pit stops, and minimum pit stop time of 15 seconds. We have added also a kart swap at pit stop 2. This was one thing that was asked for. We just need to understand how that's going to work because Red Lodge will have their own methods of doing this. So it may be a transponder change potentially. And is that what Coombe do, Luke?
Yeah.
I know sometimes if it was a team sport, we'd just change the number on the timing, but I think we will do a transponder change. And the third pit stop is just a kind of free pit stop to do when you need to. Don't have to change drivers at those pit stops. But yeah, I think all of that makes sense, right? And there's one thing in the bottom there, red, that is specific to this track. So they don't allow lead weights. So we use that at some circuits where you sit on them underneath the seat. They don't allow that. My understanding is they don't allow weighted seats. However, if we can prove to them that it's not going to come loose, we may be able to use those, but I assume that you can't. However, if you've got weight secured to your body, as in a weight vest or ankle weights that isn't going to come loose, you can use that. And we're not talking about just like sellotaping a lead plate to your chest, right? It has to be, not stupid. And that's because that's their rules at their track. So that they're allowed to tell us what we're allowed to do. If they say that when we go to the toilet, we have to pull our pants all the way down every time, that's what we have to do because we're at their circuit. I'm going to be in big trouble because I go to the toilet a lot, but that is what we're doing. All right. So that's the plan for the weekend. Any questions on that for you two that you want to bring up? Any points?
No, that's all right. Yeah, obviously for teams of 2, just know that you can come in, do your 15-second time penalty, and then just drive back out without doing a driver change, which I think you briefly said. But if you're a team of 2, you've got to make 3 pit stops. So just work that out however you want. You can get creative with it. You can change a cart. I think there was a couple of people in round 1 that were not too happy with their cart, so they opted for a change during their pit stop. That is fine. Just make sure you do it quick because you've only got 15 seconds. Otherwise, you'll lose more time. But obviously, everything on the day will just be clarified in a bit more clarity, subject to the track's rules.
Indeed. Okay, cool. Right. Well, that's all on the rules. So we are now going to go on to the grid draw. So the grid draw, which is the final explanation that I need to make, because I need to explain match qualifying, don't I? But here is the match qualifying. So I think as the season goes on, I'll hopefully be able to explain this a little bit better, because it's at its core quite a confusing thing. So again, I'll do my best. Here I go. We've got 4 rounds of qualifying. Each team is going to have a driver out in round 1. We're going to send everybody up to the grid in the order that we've set them out. Pit lane, then Luke is going to send them one by one every second or so. Going to complete one flying lap, going to come back to the grid. You're going to swap with the driver next to you, going to complete another flying lap, and then the fastest of that pairing will choose which cart they want to take with them out of the pairing, and they go through to the next round. The losing driver takes the slower cart, they're out. Their team is out of qualifying.
And that's the car that you then start in the race as well, until it changes on your second stop.
Yeah, basically. So you're going to be driving. The idea is it's kind of not only a race for the grid, but also for the cart that you're going to be driving almost half the race in. So you're going to want to try and set that up well. And all I need to know ahead of time is what order your drivers are going to go out in, because what we don't want to have is people piddling around changing drivers at the last second. So I've got lineups from most teams already, but if you haven't told me what lineup you're going to be using, make sure you tell me. Otherwise, I'll just make it up, and you won't be able to change it. Cool. Right, so we're going to go on to match qualifying here. Ballmaster, have you reset the balls? We need 16 this time.
Yes.
Oh, I didn't even see that happen. Well done. Good. Right, and we're going to be drawing. Yeah, we're going to be drawing this grid in reverse entry list order, like we did for the juniors, and then we'll probably look through and see if we can guess who's going to win match qualifying. So the first one we're going to draw is an entry after the entry list, which was it's called Team HRKT 22. And it's a joint entry between Team 22 and HRKT. It's Aaron Bell and Finley Bennett. So where are they starting?
Okay. Oh, we got number 1.
Oh, there we go. No idea if that's good or bad. There we go.
It depends who they end up against.
That's true. Who's next then?
After that, we have Apex, which is Josh Hall and Zach Wells.
Which is a local entry, which should do pretty well, but they're both juniors. So that'd be a big penalty in theory.
And we got number 15.
There we go.
Top and bottom, look at that.
Nice. Oh dear. Look at the size is all wrong. Who set this up?
Oh, the font's wrong.
All right. Next up, we have Maple Motorsport B, which is, we have quite a few new teams at this round. Welcome all the new teams. This is the B team for Maple Motorsport.
I would love if the B team of Maple got partnered with the A team and they had to knock each other out.
We're at number 4.
And next up, we have Maple Motorsport A, which is Chad Barton and Mark Mason. And I really hope they draw number 13 for entertainment purposes.
Oh, I'm sorry, it's number 6.
Oh.
Can we sack this guy?
Okay, well, there you are, Maple Motorsport. And my favourite fact about them is they use the maple leaf from Canada as their logo. And I said, "Oh, are you Canadian?" They're like, "No." So, but that's fine. That's fine.
Just love Leafs.
It's fine. You're allowed to do that. Okay, next up we have Velotussimo Racing.
I'm glad you said that.
Yeah, that's for a reason. You can't even pronounce Sam. But Velotussimo Racing are joining us for the season. So let's see where they start.
We got number 16.
So we got our first pair in there. There you go.
Ooh.
So you know who you're going up against. Team HRK, T22.
After that, we have your car group, which is James Gravener and Harrison Gravener.
We got number 3.
Okay, we have got Shrekkers or Wreckers Junior. So we've got a few of my junior drivers joining and some locals, which should be good.
We got number 9.
Ooh, we can pair up against each other.
Mm-hmm. After that, we have Shrekkers or Wreckers championship leaders, I might add. Diego Savage. And, John Nichols is replacing Finley Williams this time.
Yeah, Finn's performance just wasn't good enough for the last round, I don't think.
Poor guy.
Got number 14.
Oh, yay or damn, I don't know. Okay. Next up is Team 22 Racing X, which is the only solo entry for Adrian Perez. So he's doesn't have to nominate his driver because it's him the whole time. I don't know if this is a good or a bad thing. So let's see how this goes.
Is number 12.
Okay.
Well, you know what that means. Oh, there's still one slot available for teammates like BSR and BSR to go together. We all want to see it.
Mm-hmm.
After that, we have Team 22 Racing A, so Mark O'Grady and George Braund.
We've got number 13.
Oh, it's not what we want to see.
Stupid,
We want to see
isn't
them
it?
fight each other.
So that solo entry is invisible in the points, by the way. So they don't take up a position. We just go straight through them in the points. Okay, Vatici Racing, who came 11th last time, and they joined. They brought a new driver in, Tom Hughes, from 5th place in the championship.
And we've got number 10.
Ooh, was this setting up? Oh no, we can't go against each other anymore.
No BSR versus
Oh,
BSR.
never mind.
After that, we have Swift Cooper, which is Luke Cooper, Bertie Thomas, Jake Holly, and Hassan Latif.
We've got number 8.
Ooh, Shrekker's Records
trouble.
Jr.
Okay, 4 teams left. Stallone Campione Racing, who almost won last round. Actually, they did. They were very unlucky not to win, but they just weren't good enough in the end. Shrekkers are wreckers.
Oh, we got number 7.
Oh no! So if we win round 1, we go against them.
After that, we have Hull Pass Racing, Zach Venn, Ryan Taylor, Finley Williams.
We got number 5.
Ooh, that's good.
Against Adrian Perez.
That'll knock a good team out straight away. There you go.
Mm.
Okay, final 2, BSR Durant, and that's Sam's team with Neil Durant. And what a great naming thing BSR have done with this. So you had BSR Miller, BSR Slater, and BSR Durant. And now you don't have BSR Slater. However, Sam Slater is on BSR Durant.
And BSR Miller, we don't have said Miller. So
Yeah. So this is
Wow.
well done. Well done.
I actually was not in charge of this.
If only
I'm
I
not
said
gonna
this
call
would
out
happen.
who was.
Just look in the comments to find out whose fault it was.
yeah, we've got number 2.
Nosy Ants, Apex.
Oh, so we could have a versus in round 2 though.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah. So we have BSR Miller, which is Henry Barrington and Jacob Equal.
And it is number 11.
Okay, so that's our grid draw. You may need to go on Race Hub to see this, but yeah, what are the ties that we like the look of there?
If you get rid of our cameras, you can open it up.
Oh yeah, good point. Let's do that.
Mm.
I can't really zoom in because.
Yeah, that's good enough. I mean, Vertici Racing and Stallone. You've got. Yeah, I think the juiciest one is probably Hall Pass versus Adrian Perez, I think.
Yeah. Your car group versus Shrekkers Wreckers would be good because if
That's
whoever
another
wins
good
that,
one.
it's going to
Yeah.
go up against Stallone or Vatici. There's some good teams in the top half, actually.
I was going to say the top half is looking a little stacked, isn't it?
Yeah, cool. Let's bring this. Where's my cursor? There it is. So that's the draw for the match qualifying. So that's on Race Hub, and again, just very briefly, you're going to go up against the team that you've got paired up against there. So they're the ones that are going to be next to you on the grid. So it's not a race of position; it's more of a lap time challenge. But you just happen to be next to each other. So what could happen is, I think it's what happened at Herefordshire with HRKT. We thought they were going to sweep, and then they tried to save their fastest drivers till last, I think. So they got knocked out in round 1, and then their fastest drivers didn't go out. It's just like a penalty shootout.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Well,
like,
actually similar to BSR Slater, actually, where I opted to not go first, and yeah, being captain of the team didn't get a go.
oh, boo you! Shut up. What happened when you were racing then? Why were you so slow then?
We were just terrible.
Yeah, exactly. And then we got a bye to round 2, and I was like, cool, I'll just put Finn out because then I'll just get. It doesn't matter. I'm not going to go through, and then we went through. And I didn't mean to race.
So if the teams that lose, so the team that basically starts the race in 9th will be the fastest out of the losing teams.
Oh yeah, good point to mention.
Yeah.
In that side of the draw, that is. No, it will be a draw. So I'll work out a way to place that actually.
Yeah,
So,
well, 1 to 8 will obviously continue to fight for the order, won't they? And then 9 to 16 will all be ordered based on how slow they were, basically, in the knockout.
If I show you like what this will look like in motion, so basically we'll know that these guys are in these carts, for example. Let's see if I can zoom in here, actually. So we'll know that these two are in these carts, right? Say they set a 55.2, he gets a 44. There we go. So we know that at that point, Velatissimo were quickest, and then they'll swap into these carts, and HRKT did a 55.2 again, but they did 57.5. So HRKT 22 go through, because they got the quickest aggregate, and they'll choose either cart 13 or 1, and then they'll go down here with that cart against All Pass Racing or Team 22.
Whoever wins.
Whoever wins. Hopefully that makes sense. Yeah, and that is the draw. So you should have all the information in your email. It's 0900 arrival on Sunday. What time are we leaving Bristol on Sunday, Sam? 5:15. 5:15.
It may need to be earlier.
Oh, so stupid, this. Yeah. Cool. We love karting. That's why we do it.
We
Yeah.
love it.
And then the that's the enduro arrival. The junior arrival is 12 o'clock. It's tough to tell how long it will take because it's wet. Well, I suppose it's the same amount of track time, isn't it? But
Well, the match qualifying will probably take a bit longer if it's wet.
yeah, good point. We'll have to just work out if it goes wrong. Usually have a contingency plan in place. So, yeah. And then the junior event, I imagine it'll probably finish at about 2:33 if it's a 12 o'clock arrival. It's only 6 races in it.
Plus the finals, yeah.
And then we know pretty much who's going to be in the pound seat for the championship next. So we got only one more round left.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. And then after that, it's a month off again. So this calendar's badly designed. You should sack who made it, you know. But the next one after that is Thruxton. I guess I'll bring the calendar up as well, just in case we need to go through that, because I think we've got, how many rounds have we got left in sprint now? Do we know?
3. Is it 3? 4.
I think so. 4 rounds. Okay.
So we just had round 5.
Mhm.
And we've got Thruxton, Brighton, Buckmore, and Sandown D-Max.
Yes, we do. There we go. So those are the remaining rounds. We are here. So 3rd of September it's actually the next enduro and sprint round at Thruxton. So that'd be good. And then pretty much straight away, 2 weeks later, the final at Rye House, which is a standalone event. We expect that to be unweighted. However, I will update nearer the time. Then we're on a sprint only round at Brighton. We have got the Buckmore round, which is going to be called SRK Legends. I'll explain that soon. That'll be announced shortly. And we have got with the junior final and the final at Sandown Daytona, which is not the one we went to the other day. That was Milton Keynes, and that's in November. And then just after that is the post-season event at Lark Hall in Scotland, which is non-championship, but it is open for booking right now. Yeah, so it'd be good to have some more people along for all of those. We've got available spaces for Buckmore and Sandown at the moment. We've got spaces for Thruxton and Rye House in the endurance, and we've got space in Buckmore for juniors. So if you're thinking of joining at this late stage, you are more than welcome. We would love to have you. Next year's calendar has already been pretty much planned out. We just need to wait on quite a few things for dates. So we're hoping to get the calendar out without dates round about near the end of the season, September, October time, and it will probably be finalised with dates, I'd say early December, just because we need to wait on a lot of other calendars before we publish, because we try and aim for no clashes. And the other thing I was going to say is the sponsorship is available for no more rounds now. We don't have a sponsor this weekend.
For Rye House.
No, because we've got Fir Tree Bespoke, Fir Tree Staircases again for that. So thank you for them for coming on board. Evan Seaton at Brighton, JZ Racing Experience at Buckmore, ADS Painting and Decorating at Thruxton, and Revolution Audio, our championship sponsors at Sandown. But if you are interested in getting involved as a sponsor for next year, please get in touch with us. Luke is going to be doing a lot of work on that soon. I know he's got some very exciting things to announce. So again, the more the merrier. We love to offer opportunities, especially if we can help promote your business and help you move forward as well. It's got to be a mutual partnership. Okay, that's pretty much it. Everything from us on the stream this evening. Anything we've forgotten to talk about, Luke or Sam?
No, very happy.
Cool. Sam, sorry I'm interrupting your TV show, so we'll let you get back to that. And we will see everybody on Sunday. Goodbye.
See you later.